Hi, how is everyone doing today? Hope you are having a lovely day. So as you can see from the description, this is a review of the new Dior perfume, the Dior Joy. So that's the packaging there. And just a few details at the back, just about the address, etc. So, and obviously the Dior bottle. Right, and let's get it out. So you've got a bit of just a few more details there on the packaging, and that's that. It's out. So it's all about this baby, Dior Joy, and this is a 50 ml. I think you've seen that already. So just a few more details at the back. Right, so new Dior. This is the new perfume for women that Dior is released in just over 20 years. So quite a long time they come up with something new, and finally the Joy. What do I think? Well, first impressions, the packaging, well, it's simple. So it's simple, crystal, baby pink, I would say, like just soft pink. And obviously the cap there, a few details, can you see that? Just like rings going around. And that is actually magnetic. So this is not very original from Dior, because I'll just show you quickly. That's the Sauvage, that's 100 ml actually, and look, oopsie, there, can you see it? It's also magnetic, and look at the shape as well. Honestly, side by side, can you see that? The similarities, they are very, very identical, very similar bottles. It's only that detail on the cap that's a little different, but the magnetic bit, the shape, it's all very similar. So this perfume was developed, he created it, Francois Demage, that's the guy that created this. And just to talk about the notes, so I've got a list of the notes here actually. So it's got mandarin, it's got bergamot, it's got grassy rose, you've got jasmine, sandalwood and musks. I'll tell you one thing, this for me, the DNA is not very authentic, because as soon as I smelled it I thought, oh, I've smelled something similar before. And I was thinking, what is it? But then I realized it was the Sauvage. And I thought I'd get an opinion from my husband. And I said to him to smell it once I opened it. And he said to me, oh, smells similar to the Sauvage. And we looked at the notes, and I think it's the sandalwood probably. But the DNA for me is not really very original. And if you consider the fact that they've been making, this has been in the making for 20 years, like it's taken 20 years for Dior to come up with a completely new female line. I was expecting something groundbreaking. I was expecting to be wowed. Am I wowed? Not extremely, because one, the packaging is something not so very original. As you can see, I just showed you their other bottle. Secondly, Joy, the name, I don't think they took too much time thinking about it, because for people that love perfumes, you already know there's already the J'adore Joy. So for me, that's not very original. I would have expected something else. And having made like the Miss Dior, I love that bottle. I love the Miss Dior bottle. Look at it. That is stunning. And then to go from that, then they did the J'adore, and that for me is not really much improvement. I would have loved to see something more wow, but at this point I'm just like, okay, Dior Joy, I'm glad to have it in my collection. Talking about the performance again, I want to say all the nicest things about it, but I have to be honest with you guys. On me, and this is literally how it's performed on me, this is my opinion, no one else's, so it can be different for somebody else. But for me, when I put it on the first time, I'll be honest, 2 hours later I could not smell anything. I was like, oh, where's it gone? It's disappeared. I was wearing a perfume. And I thought to myself, oh. So I went into the store again. I had not purchased it at this point. I literally went into the store on the first day that it was released, and I tried it. I went on, I didn't buy it that day, and I just could not smell much. And I thought to myself, it must be because I had just finished work. It was a bit later on in the evening, etc. Anyway, I thought maybe I was tired, I didn't pay much attention, etc. Maybe that's why. So I gave it another chance the next day. I went in, and this time she even gave me a sample. So I had the sample, I tried it on. For 4 hours after I'd sprayed myself, I literally could not smell anything. Like, it sat so close to the skin, I had to, oh, okay, it's there. So like that. So that, in comparison to the Miss Dior's, which I absolutely love, the performance for me is a bit not too great. So I would say on me 3 to 4 hours. After that I can't smell it much. So yeah, and the smell is very, it's very, I would say it is very floral, a bit fresh, but then it's still powdery, masks, and slightly woody in my opinion, like slight, like, especially you think, oh, that's a bit, you know, like I said, I think that's again because the DNA, it's something like the Sauvage. I think maybe it's the sandalwood coming through so much. But yeah, so, and as well, just another thing, if you spray this, it's not one of these perfumes you just go whoosh like that. This one literally on your skin, right to the skin, put it right on your skin like that, right to the skin, because that way you probably get a bit more performance coming through. Otherwise, yeah, so that's my take on it. I don't know if I left anything out. No, I've talked about the bottle, the performance, etc. So in conclusion, what do I think? Is it a lovely perfume, or would I spend money on it? Of course I would spend money on it. I've already spent money on it. I would buy it, and as a perfume collector, I'm glad to have it in my collection. And again, I think that if you don't really wear much perfumes, or if you don't smell much perfumes every day, you wouldn't have a problem loving this. Because I think for me, at this point, because I smell so many perfumes, I try so many perfumes, I'm becoming quite particular, like performance, the ingredients, etc., packaging. Maybe I'm just becoming too aware. So I think that if it's the first time that maybe in my early stages trying perfumes, it would not bother me so much, because I think there were times when I would buy a perfume, even if it didn't last long, I would just take it with me and top up every now and then throughout the day, so that wouldn't bother me. Whereas now, when I buy a perfume, I'm looking for the longevity. I'm like, I want something that's gonna last all day when I'm at work, because I don't want to keep spraying myself when I'm out, you know what I mean? So yeah, so that was my take on it. So anyway, do give it a try. You may get better performance than I did, but then it's probably because it's reacting to my DNA differently to how it would to you. So, but that's my take on it. So in conclusion, it's a lovely floral perfume, a bit musky, but not too original, not too authentic. The DNA, if you try it, I think you find it's something you've smelt before. So not entirely original for something that's taken so many years developing. So that was my take on it, guys. I hope you find this review helpful, but if you can, go out there, pray, get a sample and see what you think of it. So yes, happy shopping, buying or trying perfumes, and thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below, and if you can, please do share my videos. That would really help me out. I appreciate all your support. Thank you. Have a lovely day. Bye.